This is a HD review of Star Wars Clone Wars CW09 Battle Droid. This is the very last figure of the Clone Wars collection and is part of the very last wave of the Clone Wars collection. So before we take a look at the brand new Battle Droid, we take a quick look at the brand new Battle Droid's brand new packaging. As you can see, you've got the Battle Droid's image there at the side, its name there, blaster rifle. Wow. Fighterpods.com code inside, which I'll show you in a minute. Yoda up at the top, other figures from the assortment. Battle Droids, Battle Droid, Separatist, Bio. That's that. There's the code. Don't moan when it doesn't work. It's probably because someone else has used it. There we go. There we go. Onto the figure. This Battle Droid, unfortunately, people aren't buying it or wanting it because they think it's just a repack of the very first Battle Droid that was released. Because of the fact that they're still using these legs, they don't move. However, I would say try and find one, because as you can see, they can now hold their blaster with two hands. It's a miracle. It only took them several years to do so, but so as you can see, he can hold it well. I know I've got it in the wrong hands, but I don't know why I do. I just do. He's still got the same backpack and everything. It's just torso and everything that's different. The backpack is removable. It just plugs in with a peg. You will need to peg this in when you open it up. The figure does have some very nice weathering on him because of the lack of leg articulation. So you've got very nice scorch marks on this leg. Some nice scorch marks there and all over. The blaster is very nicely weathered as well. It's very nice gunmetal, and it's got blast scorch marks on it as well. So as for the camera seems to have gone all tan. Here is the figure just regularly. I did have the very first release of the Battle Droid, however, I don't anymore. I probably sold it or lost it. I'm not too sure. I can't remember. It was so long ago. But it's very nifty. I do quite like it. For articulation, you've got a ball-jointed neck, ball-jointed shoulders, and hinge elbows with a swivel forearm. It's got a swivel waist and ball-jointed hips. So still nothing in the knees, even though they did release a Battle Droid with movable knees. They thought, screw it, we're already giving them swivels at the forearms, they don't need knees. So yeah, well, at least it doesn't come with that huge firing droid blaster thing that every other Battle Droid came with. So that's a good thing. The only downside is that with the forearms, it's very, very fiddly to get him to hold it. It's very fiddly. There we go. So finally, they can hold their blasters. It's just a shame that people aren't picking this or R2-D2 up because of or Anakin, because of like Savage Rex at Maul and the 501st Trooper, because everyone loves clones and everyone loves them, the Maul brothers, as it were. So probably the best figures in the wave are being overlooked because people don't want them. But that's pretty much it for the Battle Droid. There's not much else. So this is the very last Clone Wars figure to be released. It's unfortunate, but I could see why they had to cancel, because the Clone Wars line would just not fit in with their new way they're doing things, where they're doing high articulated figures in the Black Series, and just play figures in like the Saga Legends. These wouldn't fit in anywhere, because the Black Series is meant for collectors, so you've got movie figures, and then so on. They just wouldn't fit in anywhere, because they can't do two versions of Clone Wars figures, because I think people just would not buy them. Although I suppose they could actually, but obviously there's not much point in making any more, because the Clone Wars has been cancelled. If you haven't heard, if you've been living under a rock, it's everywhere. So I question your reality if you don't know that, and you're watching this. I'm not cynical or anything, I promise. But that's it for the Battle Droid. If you like what you saw, press the like button. If you didn't like what you saw, press the dislike button. Comments and opinions down below in the comments section. Follow me on Facebook and subscribe for more videos. So, until my next review, I'd like to thank you all for watching, and goodbye.